All right, so there's guys out there who half-assed decide to get into coding. They think, okay, this is kind of what I want to do, but then they're always worried about whether or not coding jobs will even exist in the future. They feed into the fear mongering and such that they see online and then think, oh my God, there's all these layoffs happening and AI is going to take their jobs, and they don't really get anywhere. Whereas there's other guys out there who look at the trends objectively, decide they want to get into coding, work hard, and get paid. I'm going to talk about what I think is the difference between these two guys and how we can be in the latter group. Without further ado, let's dive into it. All right, I remember vividly. This is back in when I first decided to pursue computer science, maybe 3 years ago. And I remember then sitting down, and I come from a very non-traditional background, right? And my background is like I failed a bunch of courses in high school, didn't graduate high school on time, was a super average college student, failed a college course as well. And I was initially studying criminology and I pivoted to computer science. So at that time, a bunch of thoughts are swarming in my head. Is this even worth it? Am I smart enough to do this? And are coding jobs even going to exist? Is something that's just going to get automated in a little bit? I see all these layoffs happening. I got into coding like in 2020, where admittedly some companies were killing it, but other companies, including the company I work for right now, at this very moment, the company that I work for, they had mass layoffs in 2020. So all these thoughts are going on through my mind. And firstly, I want to touch on the people who say, oh, AI is going to take our jobs, bro. Software engineering is going to be negligible in a few years. It's all going to be automated by Chat GPT. It's like, take that thought, throw it out the window. We don't listen to those people. In my opinion, they have it way backwards, okay? I've used Chat GPT on the job, and don't get me wrong, it's a revolutionary technology. I'm so glad it exists. But whenever you throw something even a little bit complex at it, it can't really handle it, right? So I don't see it fully replacing a software engineer anytime soon. But let's just as a thought experiment, let's assume that it does. Then we'll adapt, right? We're only using software and technology more and more by the day. If AI is the next field that needs people, we can adapt and we can get into it. Why not, right? And just to be frank with you, if you're going to come into this field, or if you already are in this field and you're unwilling to adapt, I think you probably shouldn't come here. Like, I'm just being honest. There's new technologies that come out day by day. Technology moves at such a fast pace that if it wasn't AI, it would be something else that we'd have to adapt to. This job is constant adaptation. And if you're unwilling to do that, I would say software engineering is probably not the field for you. But I know you're here, you're watching my channel, you're into self-improvement and other things as well. I'm confident that you can adapt. And again, if AI is what comes next, we can adapt to that too, right? Now, next group I want to touch on are the people who are like, oh, if you want to get into software engineering, you got to code 24/7, bro. You got to have a passion for this stuff. You got to be coding day and night in your sleep. You have to be acing every single math class. Oh, you failed a course in high school. You can't get into software engineering, bro. It's like, take that thought, throw it out the window as well, okay? Both of these people that I just described, they have these beliefs and they try to impose it on us. But these beliefs do not reflect reality, right? I've already told you about my background. I didn't have any sort of, strong mathematical background, right? And when I was reading through these, certain comments on Reddit, or you run into these people on like YouTube and such, or like, yeah, if you're bad at math, just give up now, bro. It's like, no, don't listen to those people. All right. You don't, first off, there's fields in software engineering that don't even require a lot of math, period. And math is just one example. There'll be, they try to pick on other things to make you feel like, you can't make it in this field, whatever it may be. Maybe it's math. Maybe it's like, oh, if you weren't born programming, then you're not going to make it, bro. Like, no, again, throw it out the window. All right. If you're willing to put in the work, I'm confident you can make it. All right. Now, let's talk about some objective trends, right? Because that's ultimately the point I want to make in this video. I've made the title a little bit clickbaity, but the point I'm really trying to make is you're not too late, okay? And we can infer this by looking at the labor trends. So the labor trends, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, they anticipate that this profession of software development will have a growth of 25% over the course of, I believe it was 10 years. And I'll link resources in the description as well, all these resources that I'm referencing here. And that's a much faster growth than average. And then when we look at the Canada labor statistics, for every single province, they have software development, or rather software engineering, rated as good or very good. So they have it. It's a 5-star system. Software engineering is rated either 4 out of 5 stars or 5 out of 5 stars. And they also predict a labor shortage for this profession in Canada over the course of the next 10 years. So, I'll leave the decision up to you. You can either decide to follow the fear-mongering comments online that, some person makes that we don't even know, or we can decide to look at the objective trends and then from there make our decision, right? All right, so I just want to end this video off with one very important message, right? And that is, be kind to yourself throughout this journey, right? When I wanted to get into computer science, it was 2 years of grinding before I got the job offer I have today where I'm getting paid well. Before that, all I had was like one software engineering internship that paid me just a little above minimum wage. And for the rest of the time where I was grinding, I was just thinking, again, thoughts running through my head, is this even worth it? Am I even smart enough to do this? Will my hard work pay off? And my hard work did pay off, right? And I'm confident, again, I'm very confident if you put in the work, you can achieve your goal too. But what I believe doesn't matter, frankly. What you believe matters. So I hope that you believe in yourself too. Now I just want you to imagine for a second. Imagine that you put in the work, you stick with the process, and now you have a fully remote work from home job that you enjoy, right? Because that's what I got. And I was like, dude, I was commuting like an hour and a half to a customer service job just to like get yelled at by people, just to get paid a little above minimum wage. And I just couldn't wait to get out of it. And now I'm working fully remote from home and getting paid well, working with nice people, right? Imagine that you make good money, enough money for you to enjoy life and also take care of your family. Imagine that you now have coding, which is this high income skill that you can always fall back on for life. Imagine that. And that's the path you're headed on. All right. Stay confident, stick with the process. And that's basically all I have for this video. Ultimately, I want this to be our positive little community where we help each other, support each other, and help each other get to that next level in life. So please come join our community. I'm going to leave my TikTok and Instagram somewhere over here. Please do support there as well. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Peace.